What up? It's your boy T-Bear here. Reaction. Today is Music Monday. We're gonna cap off like all I've been doing a lot as of late with a if I had a little time, I am another cap off, but I'm gonna try to cap off this. If not, I'm just gonna this be the cap off. But anyway, with direct production, with his What Happened Was series, with well-known production tools that have been used in the hip-hop community as well as music in general. Last week we did the MPC 3000 was like one of the heavy kings of MPC that not only hip-hop artists use, well-known R&B, New Jack Swing artists, producers I should say, such as Teddy Riley was using it, even got nods from the king of pop, Michael Jackson as well too. So we're now going to check out the younger successor of MPC 2000, little successor, that is MPC 2000. Became well known for the hip hop community as well too, as well as many other music. So without further ado, MPC 2000, What Had Happened Was. Let's get it.
And I was stuck on the MPC ever since.
So what about you, Pete? What was your first experience?
My first experience was with the 2000.
What's up? You got your boy Direct, aka Native Shades, telling you to like and subscribe. And we're gonna be talking about that.
I keep forgetting to do this. Hold up. I keep forgetting to do this. Hold on a second. I'm back. Yeah, I keep getting the switch of qualities automatically instead of just doing studying one instead of automatic. But anyway, let's keep going.
2000. What had happened was the MPC 2000. This MPC came out around 1997. And I don't know if y'all remember 97, but that was a very important year. A lot of great things happened in 1997. There was a lot of great albums that came out.
Facts.
A lot of crazy stuff happened in 97. But this, in music, you have your pivotal years. I always think the pivotal years are like 1988. That's one of them years where you got the Big Daddy Kane, Slick Ricks, the Rakim really going in. Then you got the 1993s, you're getting introduced to Biggie, Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying, Mobb Deep. Nas really started getting it in at that year. And you have 1997. This was like a change of the guard in like hip hop culture. And at the time, it's funny changing the guard, but this was the year supposedly Roger Lynn decides to leave Akai. Roger Lynn, this guy had his signature on the MPC 60, the MPC 62, and the MPC 3000, decides to leave Akai. Now, this is very pivotal because back in this time, in 1997, the culture back then was people didn't have to be nice to you. If you sucked, you sucked.
Damn.
You got to remember, it didn't happen in 97, but these are people that booed Lauryn Hill in the Apollo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These are people that used to boo the New York Knicks if they, went down on points or something like that. So back then, if you sucked, you sucked. And Akai was faced with a situation.
First thing first.
Where
hold on a second.
They
First
no
thing
longer
first.
had Roger.
That skin on that MPC 2000 is sweet. Wow.
He bounced and he said, I'm leaving and I'm taking this with me, I'm taking that with me, and I'm taking that with me. And you can't use it. If you use it, you're going to have to pay me. And Akai's like, dang, man, do we want to pay him? Should we just try ourselves?
Right.
It's one of those moments where you have to kind of put yourself out there. You really have to take a chance. And I guess the guys in Akai was like, listen, we don't know what to do, man. We kind of, we know how to make an MPC. We made a couple with Lynn, and, we kind of got an understanding, but how do we know that it's going to be a big hit? We have such a big developer's name tied to this.
Right.
So Akai decided to say, I guess somebody in Akai said, okay, well, let the people decide. So basically, they put out the MPC 2000 kind of as a base model, and they made it that you can put in whatever you felt you wanted to put in, so to speak, and take out what you wanted to take out. So, you put out the MPC 2000, you could put in more audio outs. You could kind of swap out the hard drive. If you want to swap out the hard drive and get another kind of drive in there, you can swap out the screen. Now, they put out this MPC. As far as the sound of it, it got this punchy sound. Like the MPC 2000 colors your sample. It does. You know what I mean? The samples go in one way and they come out another way, so to speak. And that's a good thing, especially for your drums. It adds this punchiness to the drums. Some people didn't like it. Some people's like, oh, you know, I'd rather the MPC 3000. I want what I put in to come out. You know what I'm saying? But the 2000, it just added this color to your music that just made it a lot more punchier. And sonically, you can hear it. You know what I'm saying? If you're really listening, those little changes make a huge difference.
Nice.
They introduced this waveform of chopping up a sample. Before, you know, cats was used to doing it by numbers, which is all good, but people really liked the waveform of chopping. And, you know, I'm not going to lie, it makes things easier and you get more comfortable chopping up a sample. You know, it introduced the whole track mute way of making your beats using the track mutes and things.
Nice.
You can combine your swing with the shift key and get later notes and everything like that. Just a lot of things that are common right now in MPCs really popped off on the MPC 2000. One of the dopest things on the 2000 is you got the pads on the right side. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. You got the pads on the right side of the MPC. That and the XLs like the only ones that got that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it's not a stretch to say that when the Akai MPC 2000 came out, it was such an important part of the MPC history that if that machine was a failure, you probably would not be using the MPC you're using today. Because Roger Lynn left the company. The company is on its own, so to speak, and they have to put out a product. And if they didn't come through, the company probably would have been over. You know what I'm saying? So it was a very pivotal moment when the MPC 2000 came out. When the MPC 2000 came out, it cost some money. It was about 2000 and change, but it was much better than, you know, when the 3000 came out, it was almost $4,000. So trust me, people was happy paying that much for the MPC 2000, the ones that could afford it, of course.
Right.
A lot of legendary producers used the 2000, you know. Kanye West, that was his choice of MPCs. He made a bunch of legendary hits on that MPC. I think Pete Rock used it before the 2000 XL. A lot of cats, man. But yeah, that's the MPC 2000. What had happened was...
All right, cool. So with that, you know, it's right there too. Since this was nice and short and sweet, I'm gonna jump into the slightly bigger brother of the MPC 2000, the MPC 2000 XL. Since both are 6 minutes long, we're gonna do both. So let's check it out. And hold on, let me fix the quality on this as well too. All right, so let's get it. We're going to continue with the 2000 XL.
What's up? You got your boy Direct, aka Native Shades, and we're talking about that MPC 2000 XL. What had happened was hit that like and subscribe button, because we're talking about the MPC 2000 XL. Now, the 2000 XL came out around 1999, and at the time the 2000 XL came out, it was pretty much a more beefed up version of the MPC 2000. The 2000 XL was a really dope MPC because it made everything so instant. The workflow on the 2000 XL was so intuitive that it just forced the producer to just complete their beat. It's the Beatmaker's MPC. Everything on this MPC is just right there. The way they spaced everything out on the sampler itself is just awesome. Navigating the sampler, for some reason, it's a seamless experience. Like if you want to filter something, just go to programs and click the filter joint, and the filter page is right there. Another thing about the 2000 XL is its chopping mechanism. Like, you know, on the MPCs nowadays, you know, people love using auto chop. It's real simple. You know, you just put it in 16 levels. It chops it up evenly in 16 regions. The computer does it for you. You push a button and bam. You know, your sample should sound good because everything is chopped up in equal measures, right? The 2000 XL, it had an auto chop, but people don't really rely on the auto chop on that machine. People prefer chopping piece by piece.
Even on my MPC Live 2, I don't prefer not to chop. I prefer to not do the auto chop, do my own. The only time I do it, like I'll give it a try, see if it wants a drum. If it doesn't, then I'll just re-chop it myself.
And the reason is because it's so comfortable chopping on the MPC 2000 XL that you do not get tired. You do not get tired chopping a sample. You could just stay all day chopping a sample because it's so comfortable. Another great thing about the 2000 XL is this is the first time I think Akai really drove in that MIDI production center. The MIDI sequencing on the 2000 XL, the sequencer. Oh man, that's like one of the best MIDI sequencers I think ever. Like if you're sequencing outer gear, like let's say you have a keyboard here, you have another drum machine there, your computer over here, and you're just using the 2000 XL to sequence everything together. Man, that sequencer is so tight. Everything is just on point. I think it's they use a 996 PPQ resolution or something like that. The 2000 XL, you would usually find it in a studio. Like people could take it out.
Like somebody put the SP1200 the SP1200 skin on that joint. That's pretty tough.
Out of the studio though, like the 3000, you would never find that out of the studio. The 3000, it's like in a museum somewhere. That MPC stays in the studio. People do not move it. But the 2000 XL, you could actually throw it in your backpack and take it with you. Like I remember a time, in Brooklyn, I was walking through the park and there was this guy with dreads and he was just banging out on this box. And everybody was crowding around him, like all these guys was crowding around him. And then all of a sudden a cypher started happening. Wow. Everybody was spitting their verses. So you know me, I don't know these guys, you know what I'm saying? But I jump in and start spitting verses, you know what I'm saying? So it lasts about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Everybody gives each other a pound and everyone's going their own way, their separate ways. And when I'm looking at the ground and I'm looking at what he's using, what he plugged up to, whatever he plugged it to, it was an MPC 2000 XL. And I'm like, yo, man, that machine is dope, man. To me, that's like the B-boy.
I like the hookup they got with the SD card.
The 2000 XL caught a major resurrection. I think it was around 2010 or something like that. Kanye West brought it on stage with him on one of them award shows. I think it was the MTV American Music Awards. One of them award shows.
Runaway, I think it was them. I think Runaway. I think
he had the red jacket.
Yeah, Runaway.
He was doing his song Runaway.
Yeah.
And he came out on stage, and then you just see him like banging out on the
right.
on the MPC. Man, after that performance, man, if you went to eBay, before those things were on eBay, literally, you could buy them for $350, $400. But after that Kanye West performance, the price went up to like $900, $1,300, $1,700, some people. Man, it was crazy. I remember Alicia Keys. I'm not sure if she brought the 2000 XL with her, but she brought an MPC on stage with her, and she tried to do the same thing. They put tape on the pads to try to show her what to press, man.
Nice.
She got roasted, man. But
like stay in your lane, Alicia Keys.
When it came out, it was pretty expensive. It was about $2,600. I think they had a stripped down version for about $22.
Not bad.
But as a producer, it was those moments in a producer's life when they have to make a decision about, should I buy this gear or should I not buy this gear? You're basically analyzing, how serious am I going to take my career in music? Well, let me tell you something. The folks that brought the 2000 XL, man, I'm sure it ended up, it was a good choice. A lot of famous producers used it. You know, you got
definitely.
Pete Rock, Kanye West, D. Dot. The only negative thing I've ever heard about the 2000 XL was that it wasn't featured packed. Like the MPC 4000, that MPC is featured packed to a point. It's sometimes it could be hard to wrap your head around everything that's going on in there. But the 2000 XL was straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Beatmaker's MPC. It's just you go in there, you make your beat, you make 1,000 beats, and you keep it moving. So that's the MPC 2000 XL. What had happened was
cool.
So yo, this is your boy Doc.
All right, so there you have it though. So we check out both the 2000 and 2000 XLs. Both was like 6 minutes, so we put them together though. So yeah, other than that though, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.